Welcome viewers. This is the Treasures of Life show and my name is Jonas Simba. Wow. Karibu sana. It's been quite some time. We've missed you on the Treasures of Life show. We've missed you. This is your home of energizing. We energize at the Treasures of Life show. You cannot make it through life without motivation. This is your home of mental health. Some say the home of motivation. Some say the home of soft skills. Whatever you call it, this is the place to re-energize. And my name, as I said, is Jonas Simba. Our sign language interpreter is Anwai Rimo. We have a guest for you and we have a powerful topic for you today. By the way, did you enjoy the dance? Yeah. That was one Vivian Blessed. Follow her on TikTok. Japheth Wesonga.
Yes, Jonah.
Come on, what's your name? Yes.
Thank you.
You've heard what I've asked you.
Yes.
Japheth Wesonga, what's your name? Okay, here we like asking, who are you and who do you think you are? You remember those questions?
Yes.
Yeah, we've come a long way.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Good evening, viewers. I'm Japheth Wesonga from Identified Solutions. Thank you.
Identified Solutions. Who are you there?
I'm the founder and head of strategy and content development.
Okay.
Yeah.
You work somewhere else also?
Yes, I work
in other places that you'd rather be quiet about?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm excited to be here once more. It's been over 3 months since the last time I was here.
Okay, let me introduce the topic.
Yeah.
3 months?
Yeah.
That's the last time you were here?
Actually, over 3 months.
My God.
Yeah.
Time flies.
We are coming to the end of 2023.
Yeah. By the way,
Yeah.
The show we did on dreams, aspirations, and goals, a lot of views, people following it and giving their feedback on that show.
That's awesome.
That tells you should be coming. That was the last show we did.
Sure.
Dreams, aspirations, and goals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And by the way, today, viewers, we have another powerful topic with Japheth Wesonga. The power of disruptive thinking. Did I get right?
Yes, right? You got it right, John.
The power of disruptive thinking.
Yes.
Fine. What is disruptive thinking? Hit the road. Yeah.
Thank you, Jonah. Even before we talk about what disruptive thinking is, thoughts generally, and we have handled this before in this show, that thoughts are powerful. Okay? We've said that thoughts become things. Disruptive thinking is what will lift you from the ordinary to the extraordinary. Okay?
Right.
So in this life, we make decisions based on the thoughts that we think. Okay? And it is said that when we are born, we are born looking like our parents, but we die looking like our decisions.
Wow, that's a powerful one. We are born looking like our parents, but we die looking like our decisions. Okay.
And the decisions that we make are basically a result of the thoughts that we think. Okay. And so disruptive thinking is that thinking that will be against the status quo. Okay. It is that thinking that goes against the grain. Okay.
Right.
Yes. Thinking that is extraordinary, that is not the normal. Okay.
Right.
The thinking that takes you out of your comfort zone.
Right.
And now makes you do things that are different from what has been done in the past. Going against tradition. That is disruptive thinking.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Going against tradition.
Yes.
Okay.
The way we have been used to doing things.
Okay.
Now you do it differently.
But then, are you talking about being queer or extra? There's being... You may be strange,
Being unique. Yes, Jonah, in fact, you're right.
There's ordinariness, extraordinariness, and just being strange.
Yeah, you are right, Jonah. You see, it is said that some of us, we go through life behaving like the first time we first went to school. Okay? If you remember the first time you went to school, I don't know, during your days, nowadays it's PP1.
Yeah.
Or
but then some of us did boarding from class 1, so we went with uniforms.
Yes, so that first day when you're being introduced to school, at that tender age, you try as much as possible to look like everybody else. Okay, the parent will make sure that he dresses you in the socks that the others have, the type of shoe that the others have, the type of tie that the others have.
Yeah.
Everything, the blazer, the sweater, should look like everybody else, because you are going to a school and you need to be uniform. Okay?
Right.
Now, as we grow up through life, some of us carry that experience, so that at every stage we don't want to disrupt anything. We don't want to stand out. We don't want to make noise. We don't want to cause waves. Okay? We want to remain uniform like everybody else. But disruptive thinking is when you pause and then you realize that you need to be different. You need to change for you to begin to be seen.
Yeah.
Okay? For you to begin to be seen, you need to stand out.
But then,
Yes.
Jeff, we are all of different personalities.
Exactly.
They are melancholics.
Yes.
They are sanguines.
Yes.
They are cholerics.
Yeah.
And what are the others? Phlegmatics.
Phlegmatics, yes.
Yeah. People say it's easy for these things to be done by sanguines. Because they're generally outgoing.
More outgoing, yes.
Yeah. Is it really possible to stand out? You know, is it something you force? Someone should tell me who Jesus was. Was he a phlegmatic?
All I know is that Jesus was a disruptor.
Also, could he go for a sanguine to some level? Probably.
I wouldn't say it is dependent on your personality per se. You can stand out, you can disrupt your environment, you can disrupt your industry, regardless of your personality type. Mentioning about Jesus, because we are just talking about what is disruptive thinking, okay?
Yes.
So disruptive thinking, like I've said, is the thinking that goes against the grain. It is the thinking that stands out. It's the thinking that causes waves, okay? It is the thinking that causes noise. It's the thinking that makes you to stand out and look different. Now, I began by saying that kind of thinking is what will elevate you from the bottom to the top, okay?
Yeah.
You now stand out, you be extraordinary, so you stop being uniform, okay?
Yeah.
Like the first time that you went to school. Jesus is an example of the greatest disruptor that ever lived, okay?
Okay.
How do I know? You see,
right.
Jesus comes onto the scene,
yes,
and finds that the Jews, for example, there was tension between the Jews and the Samaritans.
Yeah.
Okay. The Jews did not like the Samaritans. Okay. And then Jesus asks, "Who is your neighbor?" Okay.
Yeah.
And he gives the parable of the Good Samaritan. Okay.
Yeah.
So he was a disruptor in the sense that he disrupted their thinking. You know, to a Jew, there was no good Samaritan. Samaritans were bad people. Okay? Right. Samaritans were not supposed to be greeted. Samaritans were supposed to be put aside. They were not supposed to work with them.
Yeah.
Yet Christ comes and talks about the good Samaritan. And in this story, it is actually the Samaritan who ends up helping the man who fell in the hands of thugs. You remember? The man who was beaten and then he fell on the roadside. And he needed somebody to help him, okay? Yeah. And the priests passed there, the Pharisees passed there. Nobody was helping him until the good Samaritan came. That is disruptive.
No, but did people really understand the message? Would you rather be understood or, or be be seen?
I'm getting you. When you become a disruptor,
yes,
you stop negotiating with those who want to classify you in the manner in which they understand you. When you become a disruptor, you may not necessarily be understood. Okay,
but you may be visible.
Yes, you become visible because of your disruptive thinking, but you may not be understood even by your peers. You may not even be understood by your parents because you are thinking different.
Maybe that's why Jesus was crucified.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons. Because
maybe that's why Nelson Mandela was put in jail.
They find it strange. People who stand out, you are right, John. People who stand out may not necessarily be understood by the community, by the society, by the non-disruptors. So you should be willing to do what? To lose some friendships, okay? You should be willing to lose some networks, some relationships. As a disruptor, it's okay to disappoint. You'll disappoint people. So that now, the people who are really meant for you, the new you are going to meet them on the other side. Okay?
Right.
Yes, you are going to meet them on the other side. The new you must be willing to lose some friendships. The new you must be willing to lose some relationships.
Associations.
Some associations. Because they will not understand you. Yes.
Yeah, and by losing associations, you're losing even comfort places you've been making money and social life, and you're losing all those places.
Don't worry, Jonah, because once a disruptor crosses to the other side, he meets fellow disruptors. And you will be able to create a new comfort zone with the people that are now going where you are going.
Before probably you proceed on that point.
Yes.
We are now talking about energy, clean energy, carbon credit, carbon footprints, carbon markets.
Yes.
We are talking about clean energy. You've heard of one Elon Musk?
Yes.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, if I'm not wrong, he invented the electric car.
Yes.
Innovation is one way of being disruptive. Okay. So, Jonah, thanks for bringing that up. During that time, and it was not a long time ago, we've been having debates going on. Politicians and scientists, one accusing the other about global warming and what is going on in the world, about pollution, the release of
course,
toxic
scientists
substances.
and politicians quarreling.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Elon Musk, as a disruptor, he looked at the debate but did not take sides. Instead, he comes up with a solution. And what was the solution? He invented the electric car. The electric car using electricity, the cleanest source of energy that now does not contribute towards global warming. Reminding me, Jonah, that every chaos brings with it or carries with it a gift. Okay?
Okay. There is an opportunity in every chaos.
Powerful. There is an opportunity in every period of chaos. And so the opportunity that Elon Musk saw was that, how about if I came up with an alternative source of energy for a car, rather than using fossil fuel, the petrol, the diesel, can I come up with a source of power that is clean energy? And that's how he came up with the electric car. Today in Kenya, people are now rushing. Everybody is pushing the government. Please make the electric car more affordable.
Motorbikes.
Electric motorbikes. It's a very flagship project of the president. Why? Because when there was debate between politicians and scientists and the world was worried about global warming, somebody stepped forward. And that is a disruptor. Now, disruption, Jonah, will give you money. You can imagine now how much Elon Musk made from the invention of the electric car.
That's an invention of the 21st century, I would imagine.
Yes, 21st century.
It falls...
Yes. It is an invention of the 21st century.
Endelea tu John, niko na kwa alert.
Au ni alert na kunigonga?
Nimezoom kwake, so sijai.
No, usiniguze.
Sawa.
Unaona venye imenichanganya? Fanya hivyo.
Sawa, continue basi.
Sasa hapo itabidi ukate.
Nitakata.
Atakata.
How many minutes remaining? 2.
Ishafika tu 04.
24. Wacha tumalize na 1 minute. What you do?
So what will you do? How will he edit there? Atakata.
Nitakata tu. Najua vile nitakata.
Don't touch me. Unagonga? Si nilikwambia 12:03, hata nikakwambia gonga hivi. Ikifika 12:05 umeshika hiyo?
Yeah. So 2 minutes, just wind up now and say, okay, so in this first session, we have talked about what is disruptive thinking and given some examples of people who are disruptors. Now, stick with us because in the second session, we are going to talk about disruptive associations, disruptive partnerships.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, in 3,
2, 1, action.
Okay, Elon Musk definitely is an example, as you say, of a disruptive thinker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, and we may while I've given that example, in the environment or in the space in which we all operate,
yes,
there is a thinking that can go against the grain. Disruptive thinking is the thinking that when
Yes.
you go where nobody's wearing shoes,
Yes.
you don't look at it
Yes.
like there is no market for shoes here.
Right.
You look at it like, wow, what a big market for shoes, because nobody is wearing shoes here. So that you are the one introducing the idea. Then you become the disruptive thinker.
Okay. Now, in this section, we've just spoken about, a few examples of disruptive thinkers.
Yes, yeah.
So let's go for a break and come back. We'll talk about more about the power of disruptive thinking in the second section. Viewers, see you after the short break.